Annotations. Annotation is a new feature which is introduced in second version of Java after version 5. It's also sometimes called as metadata. We can use this feature to add some additional information about Java elements such as classes, methods, parameters, local variables, packages, and fields into your Java program. These annotations are stored in Java classes file by compiler, and these class files are actually used by your Java virtual machine or by your program to find some metadata for interacting with the programming elements. Java contains some of the annotations like deprecated as well as overrides. Whenever you define some methods, above that method you have to write this deprecated annotation. Whenever this deprecated method is used, the compiler warns when deprecated Java elements are used in non-deprecated program. The deprecated means the method which is used is called as old one. A new modified method is created in the class. Instead of this method, you can use new method. In future, maybe this method may be removed from the class. So this is just a warning given to the programmer to use that method. The second one is called as at overrides. Compiler generates error when the method uses this annotation type docs not override the methods present in the superclass. Sometimes for some method you have to write override as an annotation. If any class inherits this class which has a method here, then the method which is inherited means the derived class has to override that method. Imagine you have written one base class. In base class you have one method and this method has to be override by the derived class. Now here I have to override this method. If you put this override annotation above this method definition in the derived class, whenever you compile this derived class, it will gives you warning and tells you that this method should be overridden here. That is the indication given by this annotation called as at override. The two deprecated and override annotations are actually called as standard annotations. There are some other annotations are also available, which is available in java.lang.annotation package. And most of these annotations are used whenever the user want to create his own annotations. That is called as user defined annotations. Some of the annotations available in java.lang.annotation packages at documented. At documented means it indicates annotation of this type to be documented by the Java doc. Whenever you are creating any user defined annotation, if you put this annotation above the user defined annotation, whenever you are creating a doc file using Java doc, this annotation is added to the documentation. Whatever the annotation you mention, if you put above that documented, that means that annotation is a part of your document. Whenever you create a documentation using a class file, it adds that annotation. The second is called as inherited. Indicates that this type of is automatically inherited. If you create some class and that class contain no annotations, and that annotation, that class is actually inherited by some other classes. In that case, you have to inherit all the annotation of its superclass. In that case, we are using inherited annotation. If the class contain no annotation, it can inherit the annotation from its superclass. That is done by inherited annotation. The next one is called as retention. Retention indicates the extended period using annotation type. The user defined annotation should be available what time. If you need that annotation at the runtime, then I have to write retention policy dot runtime. That means that annotation is actually stored in the class file and available at the runtime. If I want that annotation only at the class, within the class, then I have to write retention policy at class. That means this symbol I have to write retention policy at symbol, then class I have to write in capital letter like this way. That means that annotation is available in class but not at runtime. If you put this retention policy source, then the annotation is available only within the source. That is the use of retention policy, which tells the annotation is used for what time. Next one is called as target. If you create any user defined annotation, then you can mention some target. Indicates to which program element the annotation is applicable. In Java we have class, method, interface, data members, like many elements are there. The annotation is belonging to which element, whether it is belonging to method, whether it is belonging to class, that I can specify here. I can specify the target on which the annotation can be applied. So that is called as target annotation here. Now here one example is given. I have created one user defined annotation, and the user defined annotation is very easy because it's look like a interface. I'm using here keyword called as interface. Before interface, I have to use at symbol. I have to use one at symbol, then I have to use the keyword interface, then I have to write the annotation name, any name like unit test. It's a valid identifier name. Now for this I have added some other annotations, built-in annotation like retention and target, which is taken from annotation package. Here I mention retention policy dot runtime. That means this annotation is available at the runtime. Means this is added to the class file. Next I mentioned here target. Element type dot method. I mentioned here method means I can apply this annotation only for the method, not for class or interface or any other elements. This annotation is only for the method type. I have to specify which type of element I have to use this annotation. Okay, this is about the annotation technique we used in the Java.